Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss about the heart. The heart is the central pumping organ of the blood vascular system, by which blood is circulated throughout our body, and it is a hollow muscular structure. It is a hollow muscular structure and is made up of cardiac muscles. It works throughout life rhythmically without getting tired. Okay, so it is actually cardiac muscle. It is made up by cardiac muscles. It is consisting of atrium and ventricle, and we'll discuss in details that one. It is enclosed in a double membrane sac called the pericardium. So the membrane of the heart is known as pericardium, that is filled with pericardial fluid. Okay, so the heart is surrounded by a membrane that is called pericardium, and pericardium is filled up with pericardial fluid which protects the heart from shock and injury. Okay, next one we are coming about the pieces. In pieces we can see here there are two chambers. They have two chambers, one auricle, this is auricle, another is ventricle. And what is happening, this is also called vena sac. Why it is called vena sac? This is called vena sac because it pumps deoxygenated blood to gills for oxygenation. They are actually receiving deoxygenated blood and they are pumping also deoxygenated blood, and that's why only deoxygenated blood or CO2 rich blood is passing through their heart. That's why they are called vena sac. This heart is called vena sac. The deoxygenated blood is passing through the gills for oxygenation, and that blood, that oxygenated blood, directly goes from gills to the visceral organs, to the body. So these are actually structure of the pieces heart here. This is one atrium, one ventricle, two chamber heart, and they are called vena sac because only CO2 rich blood is passing through the heart, and this heart is sending the CO2 rich blood to the gills for oxygenation, and from this gill the oxygenated blood is directly flowing to the body. Next one we are coming for the amphibians. Amphibians, may we can see that one. It is consisting of two atrium and one ventricle, three chamber heart, and their atriums are receiving the CO2 rich blood as well as the oxygen rich blood, and in the ventricle, from ventricle the blood is circulated, means the oxygen rich blood is actually passing towards the body, and the CO2 rich blood is passing through the lungs for oxygenation. This is for amphibians. Next one we are coming for reptiles. Reptiles also, their heart consisting of which one? Left and right auricle, incompletely divided ventricle. So here 3.5 chamber, but except that the crocodile, the ventricle in crocodiles and gravials on alligator is completely divided, means 4 chamber heart they have, but others they have 3.5 chamber, means 2 atrium, left and right atrium, and one incompletely divided ventricle. Okay, this is for which one? Reptiles. Next one we are coming for the aves. Aves, here 4 chamber hearts are present here, left and right auricle, left and right ventricle. Complete separation of the arterial and venous circulation, means complete separation of which one? Now CO2 rich blood circulation and oxygen rich blood circulation here. So that's why they are also called the warm blooded animal, because they can maintain their body temperature along with the other metabolic activities. Okay, next one we are coming for the mammals. Here also 4 chamber heart. They are also having left and right auricle, left and right ventricle. Complete separation of arterial and venous circulation. They have left systematic arch. No need to do that one. So only just a complete separation of the arterial and venous circulation. Next one we are coming for the human heart. Look at here how the heart is circulated here. First one, transport, which one? Pulmonary artery. This is pulmonary artery. It transports blood from heart to the lungs. So pulmonary artery, named is artery, but actually it is carrying the CO2 rich blood. They are carrying the CO2 rich blood from heart to lungs. Pulmonary vein, they carry oxygenated blood from lung to heart, lung to the left atrium of the heart. So this is the pulmonary vein. Their name is vein, but actually they are carrying which one? Oxygenated blood, and they are carrying oxygenated blood from lungs to heart. Which atrium? Left atrium. Which atrium? Left atrium. Next one is the mitral valve. Mitral valve and tricuspid valve. These two valves are present between the junction of which one? These are the two junctions where the valves are present between the left atrium and left ventricle. Who is present? Mitral valve. And between the right atrium and right ventricle is present the tricuspid valve. Okay, next one we are coming for the aortic arch. Aortic valve, it is actually prevents the backflow of the blood. Backflow of the blood is as it is pumped from the left ventricle to aorta. So aortic valve is actually pulmonary, that is also semilunar valve present in the aorta. So that is helping the blood to pass from left ventricle to aorta. Okay, so who are present there? That is aortic, we can say the aortic valve is present here. Then inferior vena cava and superior vena cava, these two vena cava, they are carrying the deoxygenated part from the upper part of the body by superior vena cava and from lower part of the body by inferior vena cava, and they are actually pouring the blood where? In the right atrium. Okay, from the right atrium to right ventricle, blood is passing through which one? By tricuspid valve. Achha, mitral valve is also known as the bicuspid valve. Okay, so here tricuspid valve, and again from the right ventricle, the CO2 rich blood is entering where? In the pulmonary artery and passing or reaching towards the lungs. There they are transporting the blood to the lungs. And this is one is the pulmonary valve, which is present in between the pulmonary artery and the right ventricle, and through the right ventricle the blood is passing, CO2 rich blood is passing from right ventricle to pulmonary artery. Okay, so tricuspid valve is also over. So this is total structure of human heart. Next one we are coming, how the circulation is going on. The mammalian heart, including man, is hollow, cone-shaped muscular structure, lie in the thoracic cavity above the diaphragm in between the two lungs. Okay, it is four chamber oxygen organ, two auricles and two ventricles. Main बात ये है, deoxygenated blood is received into right atrium by superior vena cava and inferior vena cava of the body. This vena cava open directly into right auricle, and as there is no sinus venosus. Okay, next, right auricle also get blood from the right auricle, also get blood from the coronary veins. The that is from heart muscle itself. They are actually carrying the CO2 rich blood from the, we can say, the heart muscle. The right and left auricle are separated by interauricular septum. एक membrane होता है जो दोनों auricle को separate करके रखते हैं. Similarly, right and left ventricle are separated by interventricular septum. Deoxygenated blood is then passed from the right auricle to right ventricle through the atrioventricular aperture guarded by tricuspid valve, and from the left ventricle to left atrium to left ventricle, that is bicuspid valve. Okay, next is coming, blood is then pumped into lungs for oxygenation via pulmonary artery, and from the right ventricle the lungs are the CO2 rich blood is coming to the lungs through which one? Through pulmonary artery. After oxygenation, the blood is brought back into left auricle via pulmonary veins. So four pulmonary veins are, two pairs pulmonary veins are there. So they are carrying the oxygen rich blood from lungs to heart of the left atrium of the heart. From left atrium, blood goes to the left ventricle through atrioventricular aperture, and this opening is regulated by the bicuspid valve or mitral valve. Okay, so oxygen rich blood is actually receiving by the left atrium, and it is actually carried out by the pulmonary vein from lungs to heart, and then it is passing from left auricle to left ventricle by bicuspid valve, and then it is coming. Left ventricle has also got the chordae tendineae and papillary muscle, which prevent the valves with bicuspid and tricuspid from being pushed into auricles at the time of ventricular contraction. जब ventricle contract करेगा तो क्या हो जाएगा ना, the blood is not coming back to the atrium because of the bicuspid and tricuspid valve. Thus the wall of the left ventricle is thicker than the wall of the right ventricle. Next one is coming, oxygenated blood from left ventricle is then distributed to all parts of the body with the help of which one? Aorta. So now from left ventricle, oxygen-rich blood is entering into the aorta and passing throughout the body. The openings of the aorta and other major arteries are regarded by semilunar valves that prevent the backflow of the blood. Means blood will not coming back. So in that way the valves are present. Okay, so up to this one today.